Annabelle, as always. So it has got to be Wednesday, our non-horror movie of the week. And we are going to go back to the 80s with some 80s action stuff. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, we are talking about the 1987 Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of his many classic 80s/early 90s action movies. The Running Man. Yes, The Running Man. This is one of those movies that I've always loved. Even when I was a kid, when I first saw this, it is such a fun movie. So basically, for those of you who don't know what the hell this movie is about, it's basically, it's about Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, Ben Richards, who is like a fighter pilot in like the Army or police or Air Force or something, and routine job. He's kind of monitoring this like sort of like I don't want to say riot, but just sort of this like group, like all these people, innocent civilians basically, who are looking for food. They're trying to just like find some food, scour and like get food to like feed their kids and stuff. No weapons or anything. It's almost more of like a peaceful thing. He's like, oh well, I'm not gonna shoot because it's just innocent civilians. But command comes back to him of like, well, no, you gotta blow him up anyway. He's like, no, like, no, like, we're not doing this. Like, it's innocent people with no weapons. Like, there's no need to. So his other crew members, pretty much, take him out and start blowing everything up. He, in turn, then gets blamed for this and everything. The media makes him out to be this monster who's very heartless and was like, we're gonna go ahead and do this, and so of course he then is locked up basically in this like futuristic prison where everyone's kind of like construction workers with these weird, instead of ankle bracelets, it's basically neck bracelets, and if you cross the sensors, they make your head explode, kind of scanner style. I'm just saying. So him and his buddies end up like breaking out, getting out and everything. They get these things taken off their necks and everything by none other than Mick Fleetwood and Dweezil Zappa, his little like partner in crime, which is like hysterical to me because those two people like are like the two total opposite people in my opinion, but whatever. But yeah, so so he's kind of like now on the run. Him and his friends are on the run and everything. Arnold Schwarzenegger's character is trying to sort of like flee the country and everything. He goes back to his like brother's apartment or something. Coming to find out, there's a new person living there. This chick living there and everything has been there for about a month. And he's like, hey, you know what? You got all the sources that I need to leave here, so I'm going to use you as bait and then just kind of like dump you when we get to wherever. But of course, that's not quite what happens. They're at the airport, and she decides, hey, you know what? I believe the news. I'm with a very, very highly dangerous man. No, you're not, hun, because you're probably with the safest fucking person in the earth right now. I'm just saying. Just saying. Am I a little hyped up today? I feel like I'm a little hyped up today. I don't know. Whatever. So she, makes a big deal, like I was saying, at the airport, and the cops pretty much take him down and everything. Like, he's just is running and stuff. He doesn't do anything to anyone. So, like, the next day or whatever, this girl's at home watching the news, and pretty much, they show on the news, like, oh, yeah, Ben Richards was captured yesterday at the airport, and, while he was there, like, he shot, like, different agents and police officers, and was like, wait, that's not what happened. So she starts to realize, like, oh, like, maybe I guess he was right. Like, the stuff that's on the news and stuff, like, is not true. They're not telling us the correct thing. So she's kind of starting to, like, Scooby-Doo it and trying to, like, figure some things out. She, in turn, gets caught after being in the, the archive room, and she steals the original Bakersfield Massacre tape and everything, the unedited version. Comes to find out that, like, yeah, he really didn't do anything, and it was all propaganda to set him up. Well, in the meantime, since they have him, they decide to go ahead and let him be on this Running Man show, which is a game show that their contestants are all um, convicted felons, basically. And they decide to try and get Ben Richards, but they have to kind of like, you know, go through the military and everything to get it okay to go ahead and, you know, use him, you know, since, like, I guess normally they're not supposed to use military personnel or anything, but they're like, hey, look, you know what? The guy is a sicko, like, this is unacceptable. Let's serve him some justice, you know. So they get the permission to use him. Him and his two friends, they're trying to like get through this and everything, and then they start realizing like, oh shit, like the signal is not like, you know, pointing in the right direction. So they obviously are kind of controlling everything. So they're trying to take this whole thing down, also trying to clear their names. And then of course this chick that pretty much threw him under the bus and kind of got him into the situation is now in the game with them since she got caught in the, like I said, the archive room. And, you know, the four of them are basically trying to, like, get through everything. But yeah, no, I mean, it's a fun film. It is such a trip to watch this. Plus, any movie with Arnold and Jesse the Body Ventura, you really can't go wrong with that. Jesse the Body Ventura's, character in this, I mean, it's very much like typecasting. That is very much sort of like how he was, I feel, in, or at least what a lot of the wrestlers were like in the WWE, or especially like if they started going on to like commentary and stuff, such as the Body himself did and everything. It's kind of like, you know, this sort of like washed up like runner and stuff, or stalker, I should say, very much kind of like how some of the superstars are. It's like, you know, it's like WWE will treat them like washed up has-beens. The stalkers are kind of treated the same way. So it's kind of just like, it's funny to sort of see, because it's almost like, are you cutting a promo right now? I don't know. But no, he does a fantastic job in this. He does. I mean, he does a much better job at acting than Hulk Hogan. I'm just saying. But yeah, no, it's a fun one. I love this movie. I love the stalkers in this. Like, oh my god. You know, I think that's why I do like it so much, because like when I was a kid and watching this and I was so much into wrestling, it's like a lot of the guys that you easily could have seen like on TV on like Superstars or something. Just saying. No, but I mean, it's a fun one. You know, the thing about this movie too that I like, that I think kind of gets it correct, is this whole, like, you know, propaganda type news, fake news. I'm not going to get all into that because I don't think it's quite as rampant as this. But, I mean, should we really be so quick to believe everything we're being told by the media? I'm just saying, maybe step back a little bit and do our research. Just saying, don't take everything at face value. But no, it's you know, it's a great movie. I mean, I don't know too many people who don't enjoy this movie. I mean, this is one of those movies you could pop in at, like, any time and just have a good old time with it. So, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think of this movie. If you love it, hate it, let me know. Let me know. Also too, let me know who your favorite stalker is, because I would like to know. I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, till next time, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.